Alright, hello guys, we have a new Anime Guardians update today at 2 in the morning. We have Kaneki, Ainz, and Rimmeru, and one main new game mode I think, but it should be a fun one. We shouldn't have to change our team at all. I've been using a team for the Dio versus Jotaro event, whatever, the JoJo one. I don't know, I'm not going to change my team, it shouldn't matter, we should get teams in the stage from what I can tell, from what they announced in the update log. I guess I'm going to start off by claiming codes, because I kind of want to know what I get from these real quick. If I get, like, new update stuff, okay. I don't know what that is, but something. Limit breaker from that one, nice, okay. And then we should have a new skill tree system with a code for that. There we go, skill tree ticket. Okay, we'll find out what that does later. I'm not really too worried about skill trees right now. I'll probably have to do that in like a separate video for like a guide or something, I don't know. But I do immediately want to know, what are we getting into with this event? I don't really know who that is, maybe a form of Kaneki? I don't know, I'm going in though. I want to go for Kaneki if we can, because I'm a Tokyo Ghoul fan, kind of. Okay, what do we got here? 3 options, Ainz, Kaneki, and Rimmeru. So, like, this limits what you can actually get from the stage. I'm going for Kaneki. Okay, I got my farm down, but we have an animation. So, Rimmeru's coming in. Okay. Ainz is coming in. And Kaneki's gonna be a giant thing, right? Giant thing out of the floor. No? This is kind of awesome, though. There it is. Yeah, giant thing on the buildings. Okay. Awesome. My team is not good here. So, I actually did need to change my team, probably. Uh-oh. Modifier shop, we can buy... Army walk speed. Okay, let me farm up first of all. I don't know what's fully going on, but I'll find out eventually. Now, they're spawning in with 42 million. I don't have my optimal team on because I have like a maximizing total hits team for the JoJo event, so I need to reset my team immediately. This is doing nothing in here. I need to get like... Okay, I'm back in with a new team, pretty much like nothing happened, even though they shut down the game for a while for some reason. But we're back with my main team. We should be able to clear this no problem. I'm not sure like if we can clear it though, or if we have to maybe just kill the Dragon Kakuja boss or something. Looks like we are killing Dragon Kakuja over time. I have a lot of currency from it. Yeah, every time I kill one I get 210,000. I mean, we're not having trouble with any enemies, so I guess this is what I'm doing for a while, is just kind of one-tapping these over and over. I don't know. Oh, I got 3 of them. Okay, 2 Warlord of the Abyss, 1 Cursed Blood Eye. Alright. Okay, we should have every item now, so let me go back to the lobby and find out, like, what I do with that, if I need more than 1. People said he was like a unit trade. I don't see him in here. Oh, yeah I do. Okay, 1 of each. We can already get Kaneki. Okay. Well, I might as well get Ainz too then, right? Because I want to get Ainz if I had to choose between 2 people to go for. Maybe Kaneki and Ainz. Okay, I ended up grinding for everyone, but I had to wait for them to update the game and make the units droppable. So, I don't know, I'm not going to show my grinding footage, I'm just kind of ready to be done with the update, not going to lie. It was kind of a rough launch, but yeah, you can pretty much solo the entire thing with free rent nuke, that's what I did. I was doing the same thing over and over for every unit. I'm going to evolve Rimmeru first, because I do have an old Rimmeru from, I think, my original Noob to Pro video on this game. I evolved this guy into the Demon Lord form. We can evolve him into True Dragon. I'm going to do that right away. Then I got the Ainz unit from the stage. We can evolve him into Ainz Overlord. We can evolve him again into Ainz The Goal of All Life is Death, which we're going to do. Now, because rerolls are so abundant in this game, I'm going to get Ultima on all of them. I'm sure you guys don't need to see me reroll on them or whatever. I don't know, we're going to max out all of them, and we can go check them out after. Alright, here we go, let's check them all out. I maxed out everybody, so all red stats, level 150 from Limit Break, and of course the best trait on them. Starting off with Rimmeru. We have pretty okay damage it looks like, circle AoE. Of course the damage on units in this game doesn't really matter on placement, because you max them out pretty much immediately with Subaru, but go through the upgrades on him. See the damage, we get Megiddo on upgrade 4, full AoE, okay. I think that is the final attack change, yep. 8.9 mil every 1.9 full AoE. Control has 2 different abilities here, so first hit of the ultimate will make enemies stun for 10 seconds, and then a 999% damage nuke. And we have another ability is going to be a constant 999% tick damage, I think. I'm not sure how many ticks it's going to have, but some form of nuke, so pretty much 2 nukes. I mean, one of them has a stun, one of them is like ticks over time, but just kind of raw damage nuke anyway. Here's the first one. Very bright animation. I guess flashing light warning, sorry. I don't know, part of the ability there. This one... Huge vortex thing, same sound effect, and looks like, yeah, it's a nuke of some kind. Passives though, is kind of the important part. Void Authority Devour Continuum. Every 5 hits will inflict a Devour mark. Maximum of 5 marked enemies at once, so can't really deal with swarms with that effect. Marked enemies take 15% increased damage from Rimmeru. If a marked enemy dies, it explodes, dealing 5% of their max HP to nearby enemies. Okay. And he gains 10 imaginary data stacks. If 3 or more enemies are marked, Rimmeru releases a Void Pulse, dealing 180% of base attack to nearby enemies. So he's got some AoE control through these passives here. Of course he is full AoE, you know. And then Imaginary Computation Core. He gains imaginary data, which I think is just the bar right here. When he attacks an enemy, he gains an additional stack if the enemy has a special stats effect, maximum of 200 stacks right here. At 20, he's going to increase his damage by 8%. At 100, he gains an additional 40% damage, and another 80% at 200 stacks. Then at 60, attacks inflict a Void Erosion, max of 3 stacks, causing enemies to lose stack amount % of their HP every second. I'm assuming the stack amount refers to the Void Erosion. If it was like 200, that'd be way too broken. So probably max of 3%. At 100, attacking the same target triggers Imaginary Collapse, dealing 6% of max HP, 8-second cooldown per target. At 150, enemies dying with their range trigger Void Burst, dealing 1% max HP to nearby enemies, and Rimmeru gains 5 imaginary data stacks. At 200 stacks, he will enter True Imaginary Dominion, granting 35% increased damage. Then every 25 stacks after that, he can also gain 5% more damage, so kind of infinitely ramping up. And then he also can't get stunned. If you go through the damage with Subaru buff, though, I want to see the full damage. 31.4 mil every 1.7, pretty good. And we don't... Oh, he maxed out his bar. Never mind, we do have max bar. So, seems pretty good for raw damage. That was Rimmeru. A lot of percent-based stuff. Next up, we'll check out Kaneki. I'm very excited to see this guy. He's probably my favorite one from the update. Catastrophic Dragon Domain. When enemies die within his range, they trigger Kagune Wave, dealing 3% of max HP, 1.5% for bosses. Nearby enemies and inflict Dragon Scar, causing enemies to take 12% more damage from Kaneki for 5 seconds. If 3 enemies die within 4 seconds in his range, Dragon Cataclysm triggers, dealing 220% of his base attack to enemies in range. And he gains 8 saturation stacks, so a bar right here below him. Dragon Cell Saturation Overload. Kaneki gains Dragon Cell Saturation each time he attacks an enemy, and gains an extra stack if the enemy has less than 40% HP. Max of 180. Every 15 stacks, increase Kaneki's attack by 10%. At 50 stacks, he inflicts the Corrupted Flesh on every attack. Which is going to cause enemies to lose stack amount % of HP. Wait, bro, these units feel the exact same. I'm looking at, like, the exact same units, dude. Rimmeru and Kaneki are pretty much the exact same, at least for passives. Very cool. We go through the upgrades here. At upgrade 4, he becomes a line AoE. Okay, so already going to be weaker than Rimmeru, unfortunately. For the abilities, though, he has 3 of them. So one of them is a nuke, one of them is a stronger nuke, and one of them is a 15 dragon minion summon. So first up, Duke number 1, he is spinning around. Duke number 2, he's doing a flurry. And ability number 3 should summon stuff. He did a giant strike there, I think that was his normal attack. 2% of max HP, I'm assuming. And a total of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, yes, a 30% max HP. It said in the ability, right? Okay, so already looking like a worse Rimmeru. If I place down Subaru though, maxes out his bar, maxes out his damage, 19.4 mil every 1.1. Really disappointing that they are the exact same unit, but whatever. Okay, maybe Ainz will be really cool though. Let's find out. Line AoE on placement, pretty good damage. Passives, we have Item Cash. When I reach 1 million plus, every 10,000 yen grants 1 yen stack, maximum of 300. Don't know if that's that bar, but alright. At 100 plus yen stacks and 1 million plus yen, Ainz begins casting a spell. During casting, yen stacks are locked. If yen drops below 1 million, casting is cancelled. On successful cast, Ainz releases Nazarick Million Collapse, doing 999% of base attack to all enemies in range. Okay, some form of nuke. You have over 200 yen stacks, it deals an additional 250% base attack and inflicts absolute despair, causing enemies to take 200% more damage for 15 seconds. After casting, player's yen decreases by yen stacks times 10,000. If yen falls below 200,000, he suffers Treasury Exhaustion, reducing attack by 15% for 6 seconds. Lord of the Death. Ainz gains Overlord Authority whenever an enemy dies. Okay, it looks like they're all just kind of percent-based HP, buff stacking, like from their ramping up. I don't even want to read everything here because it looks like the same passes as Rimmeru with a couple changes. He does summon Dark Knights though, and those are going to have how much health? 18%. Okay, that's something. And then next passive here, True Death Percentage. Normal attacks deal an additional 0.7% of enemy HP as bonus damage. If the enemy has more than 70% HP, the bonus damage increases to 1%. Ainz has 20 plus Overlord Authority, I think right here. The bonus becomes 1.5% of max HP. And he of course cannot get stunned. Okay, so far, so boring. We're gonna upgrade him though, Circle AoE. Really high damage numbers, I think, for no Subaru buff on him. We'll get Subaru down and check. 26.6 mil every one. Okay. And then for abilities on Ainz, we have a freeze, a full map-wide freeze, and TP. And then we have a 10-second stun, and pretty much a 10,000% damage nuke, who ticks over time. And then a 14 Dark Young summon, all of them doing 3% max HP as damage. Okay, so first ability here, Time Sovereignty. Okay. He's casting something. I don't know why the yen stacks don't seem to work, by the way. Because I'm assuming that's what the white bar is right here. How long does it take him to cast, though? Okay, I'm flashbanged. Good thing they dropped this update at 4 in the morning, because I definitely like seeing my screen turn white. Frozen World, oh my god, again. Frozen World, whatever that said. Okay. He's casting something. Okay. They're doing a lot of white screens on this guy. Thanks for that, Anime Guardians. Absolute command. Sorry, this is very, disorienting at 4 in the morning. I mean, the Dark Young seem to be coming in, 28%. Were they supposed to do that much? I don't think they were. Another flashbang if I wanted one. 28%. I don't know. Yeah, 28% each. That was Ainz. And I'm gonna be honest, all three of the units kind of seem the exact same. Ainz has summons, but I don't know. That's about all that differentiates the three. Well, I think that's gonna be all for this Anime Guardians video. The grind was very repetitive. The units were also very repetitive. Sorry for not showing the entire grind for anybody who wanted to watch me through the same stage for an hour straight. But yeah, this update was pretty rough for 4 AM update. Like, I feel like the Guardians updates are kind of getting worse and worse. I don't know. Either way, thank you to my channel members for making the video possible. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. And have a great day.